Of creativity from two improbable partners, fire and iron.
I think I've always had a fascination with fire. I think I also liked the creativity that was possible with blacksmithing. You could do things with iron that you can't do with wood.
Bob Menard's life is an artful merger of the two. He is a full-time firefighter for the city of Portland and a full-time blacksmith.
With iron and steel, is you can get a tremendous amount of detail very quickly with basic tools.
A good chunk of his business is railings, gates, and repairs, basics that he calls bread and butter projects.
These are little door stops for the fire department. They hang them over a door hinge when they're doing a search in a building and the door can't be closed on them.
But what Menard lives for are custom creations.
My typical client is somebody who oftentimes already has a creative flair about them anyhow. And so they will search me out to do that special custom piece that is going to be a centerpiece for their home.
It is often a melding of the minds with the forge as the medium. Take the piece he did for Rick Hardman.
There's just a lot more to Bob than meets the eye. And I think if you're at all have an open mind with Bob, you're just going to let him go crazy, and he's going to make you happy.
It started when Rick found a wood trough at an antique store. His wife thought it looked like a Bavarian casket, but Rick saw something spiritual.
I saw the baby Moses story.
Bulrushes, Nile River, fish and all. A lot of people thought Rick was crazy, but as you can see, Bob saw the same beauty and translated it into seemingly fluid steel. Rick says this is symbolic of what Bob is doing for his craft. If
it was a boat that was sinking, I would run to Bob's end of the boat. Bob is going to be the one that's going to save that.
I don't think that blacksmithing is dying. I think it's evolving and changing.
And Bob evolves with it. Now, if the devil of any job is in the details, so is Bob Menard's magnificence. His whimsical, delicate designs are a pleasant surprise coming from a fiery forge and the mind of a man who is, well, in a word, manly.
There once was a time when everything had ornamentation on it.
Bob sees a renaissance of such tastes and a growing will in New England to save its distinctive ironwork. Driving through Portland is like turning the pages of Bob's portfolio.
Ironwork on front of any building makes a major statement.
But like most modern masters, Menard has a difficult time attracting reliable apprentices.
Kids don't know how to work with their hands anymore. They know how to type, they know how to work with a computer, but they don't know what it's like to actually physically work in that fashion. To strike things with a hammer, to understand the feel of how something is supposed to look as you're creating it.
Menard holds classes at his forge and gently reminds newcomers that blacksmithing is not horseshoe making. And he teaches simple but stylistic projects like these bookmarks.
I understand hammer control very well, and so it's just teaching them how to hit the same place twice and how to watch how the metal spreads.
It gives Menard hope that what attracted him at age 16 will continue to appeal to future generations.
I don't think it's historical. I think it's the beauty of ironwork in general. It's what you can do with iron that you can't do with other mediums. That I think that continues to draw people.
The perfect marriage of fire, iron, and art.